And so, is there anyone who is new to Nanaimo Metaphysical Network? First timers? Well, welcome. One of the things that we do at Nanaimo Metaphysical Network is start with a bit of networking. And really, what is that? Well, networking is actually when we ask you folks if you would like to share your information, stuff that would help us in our journey, come forward and just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do and what your offering is. So it may be a health thing, it may be an insight thing, whatever it happens to be. So networkers, if you are out there, please come forward. You might have, here's Catherine, for example.
On the 26th of February, we're going to have the annual, Metaphysical Fair. That we have here usually 4 times a year. It's on a Saturday from 10 to 4. And what that is there's different practitioners that show up and they do card reading or massage or Indian head massage. There's all different kinds of holistic things going on. And it's at a reduced price. It's $5 a ticket, and it's usually about $15 to $20 for a session with them, which gives you a taste of what everybody is doing. So you can show up on Saturday, and we'd love to have you here on the 26th of February. Sorry, I don't have any posters yet, but we'll have posters, and they'll be on media. You can hear about it more later on.
On the 26th of February. Now, is that a Saturday?
It is a Saturday.
It is a Saturday.
10 to 4.
10 to 4.
26th, 25th. Don't do that to me. Oh, the 25th, yes, the 25th.
On the 25th, is it? Okay, wonderful. And well, for folks who want to make that metaphysical contact, perhaps you'd like to have a reading, it's exciting stuff. Look forward to
And there's
seeing
food.
And there's food.
you.
Always food.
Anyone else? Any other presenters this evening? Okay, well, in that case, please come up here and share. And there is no microphone tonight. It's just a voice.
That's okay. My dad taught me to be an orator.
Excellent. This is the build-up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nadine Clark, and I come from Comox and came with my daughter. I'm really happy to be here tonight and to meet all of you, and look forward to hearing Dr. Norm's presentation. I was just talking with my dad the other night, and he shared a really beautiful poem with me that I've brought this evening, but I'm not quite prepared, so maybe after the intermission I'll be prepared. I thought it was going to just pop up on my phone, and lo and behold, there's a whole long autobiography about the author, Leigh Hunt. So with that, I'm a registered nurse, and I work at the Comox Hospital and really enjoy what I do. I get to work with mainly frail senior citizens, so people who are in their 80s and 90s, who demonstrate each day incredible resilience, grace, and continued joy for life, and magnificent ability to heal themselves in the right environment. So we have a lot of fun working with the patients. We call them patients because we're in a hospital, and we tend to have them stay with us for sometimes a month until they're able to go back home. Other times they stay longer and wait for another place to move to where they can get care around the clock. So that's me, and I hope to share this really beautiful poem with you after the break.
Well, thank you. I certainly know that your comments would resonate with many of us here. I do appreciate that. relaxing our chairs, and we'll go through just a little bit of meditation, just a relaxation meditation. So how do we do this? And how does this sound? Well, we call upon our imagination to do the work for us. And as we're sitting in our chairs, we can imagine just above our head now a beautiful golden light, our own personalized golden light, above us, filled with love and healing. And we call upon that golden light to just come down and touch the top of our heads. And as it comes down and touches the top of our heads, it spreads lovingly over the scalp, down and around the head, down around the top of the head, bringing comfort and healing and tension release to our scalp, to our neck muscles, to our face muscles, to our forehead muscles, and the delicate muscles around the eyes. Just release and let go tension. The muscles of the face, in the cheeks even, delicate muscles there that might hold tensions from the day that we bring in just by going through life. We can let that ease and drift away and dissolve. And then letting those muscles of the neck relax. And letting that golden light then move over the shoulders. And as it does that, feeling a weight coming into the shoulders that is a pure letting go, a pure relaxation. That loving light then moving down over the chest area. And as that happens, noting the breathing. We can simply take our attention to the breathing. Nothing else really matters right now. The softness of the breath, the regularity and the comfort. And letting the light then move down over the stomach area. Relaxing and releasing any tensions and tightness that we carry in our stomach. Also moving down over the arms, the upper arms, the elbows, the lower arms, and even down into the fingertips. And you may note that the thumbs and the fingers, each finger has its own identity, and it relaxes and releases as these words are spoken. And then letting that light move down over the hips. And as it does that, giving us an opportunity to adjust comfortably in the chair that we're sitting in. Adjusting and finding ourselves a place where even there, our body is simply relaxing, letting all the cares go, all the cares of the day, and feeling comfortable, feeling good. And then the upper legs, surrounding the upper legs in light and warmth. And then around the knees, comforting the knees, the front and the back of the legs, and moving down over the lower legs, the calves, shins, and then wrapping around the ankles and the feet, so comfortably, so warmly, and noting that every toe can be comforted. Each toe is not forgotten. Each toe is comforted, and any tension is released. And while we're sitting there comfortably in our chair, imagining then, as we continue this imagination, which is really true in various levels of understanding, that a shaft of light, of our own energy, leaves the bottom of that chair from the base of our spine. It goes right through the floor, and it goes right down to the center of Mother Earth. And here we are, connected right with Gaia, to the very center of our planet here that gives us so much life. And with that connection, we take in all of the nurturing and all of the healing that we will need, and love that we can even share with others. And when we have made that connection, and when we are ready to bring that back up into us and share that, then we bring it back up that shaft of energy into our bodies, fulfilling ourselves, or filling ourselves, and then spreading that out and sending that out past this room, past Nanaimo, around the world, to all those in need, all those in need of healing. Letting them be healed through our efforts, through our thoughts, through our love. And then bringing that back into this room, into ourselves. And here we are, fully nourished, comforting, relaxed, and ready for the evening ahead. And here we sit, relaxed, comfortable, ready to go, I've been to some. I've just seen the tremendous energy and caring and insight, wonderful insight that this gentleman has. And I'm talking about Dr. Norma Tilly. And Dr. Norma, I was interested in reading one of his comments. Our body's ability to heal itself is far greater than we have been led to believe. And Norm knows that, and he shares that with many, many people. And so it's our pleasure to have Norm with us tonight. And he's going to be talking about attuning to your wisdom within. And Dr. Norm Tilly.
Thank you, David. Stuff all over here. Well, thank you for being here. I know there's lots going on in our busy lives, and there's lots of distractions in our world today. And where I wanted to start with is lighting the unity candle. And I'm choosing to light this as a reminder of lighting our own light within. And it's an invitation for you to shine your light brightly. You know, darkness cannot cast out darkness. Only light can do that. And we know that, and I'm going to emphatically say, now on a planet that's needed more than ever before. And so, with that, we'll light the candle. I think
That's the first thing I noticed when I sat down.
yeah, but I wrote this the day after Donald Trump was elected. It was on my Facebook post. Today, my practice is contentment, a gentle reminder that there is divine perfection unfolding. Not just some of the time, but all of the time. Enlightenment is the ultimate form of contentment. Santosha is the second of the niyamas. Did I say that correctly? Awesome. Of the 8 limbs of yoga. The niyamas lead us towards a more positive relationship with ourselves, which is important as we cannot form authentic and sustainable relationships with others until the connection with ourselves is strong. Santosha often translates as contentment. As we all know, contentment isn't the easiest thing to practice. I've been saying that for years, that there is a divine perfection unfolding, not just some of the time, but all of the time. And over the last year, that certainly has been challenged in my life. And the more I've practiced my own practice, the more I see that to be true. As I sit with things with fresh eyes, without the judgment that my ego would like to make, and I look big picture, I can see how things are unfolding in really miraculous ways. One of the more profound experiences I had of that was my mom's experience through her counseling process. How many of you have heard that story so far?
Just that it happened, and that's why. Just that it happened.
Just that it happened. Okay, I know that some of you have heard it and watched the video. And I'd like to start with that. I think it would be a lovely way to begin looking at this. You know, our bodies are intelligent. And if you consider for a second what it takes for this tiny cell, let me back up a little bit. At the time of union when you were conceived, okay, some 100 sperm were ejaculated into your mom. Makes me nervous. That's awesome. Right? And we're told through our Western science that it's the fastest sperm sperm that wins the race. Now that's a very patriarchal perspective, and it's not true. Okay, the truth is that there's actually a number of sperm that make it to the egg. Okay? And they line up around the egg cell. And the egg goes, not you. Not you.
Bad hair day.
Yeah, not that one, right? Ah, you're the guy I'm looking for. Okay? And in the wisdom, the egg cell's cell membrane opens up, and he actually opens out and grabs onto the head of the sperm and pulls the sperm into the egg cell. And in the moment that happens, there's a change in the pH between the outside and the internal environment of the egg cell, and it causes the head of the sperm to blow up. And the DNA is released to the sperm, and the DNA then connects with the DNA of the egg cell. And that's the spark of life. That's when you're conceived. Amazing. And that one tiny cell contains all of the genetic blueprint, the makeup, to replicate, to be who you are today. Think of the wisdom that is. Now, one cell divides into 2, into 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and onward we go. By week 3, there is the beginning of the notochord, which is the spinal cord. And it's the first organ to appear inside the embryo. And that notochord starts to send messages to packets of cells saying, hey, you be a kidney, digestive system, heart. Okay? Right from 3 months. Okay? And this goes on and on until we get to 9 months old. And at that time, it is the baby who decides, or should decide, his birthday. Okay? If we allow nature to do its work, the baby says, knock, I'm ready, and he initiates the birth process. Okay? So consider all that happens through that period. And then the baby is born, and then somewhere we get it in our heads that the intelligence that knew how to take one cell all the way and grow it to this new baby disappeared. And that we needed to step forward and do something. Right? The baby needed a needle. It needed something in the eyes. It needed whatever else. Are you with me in this? Right? We lose touch with this. And all of a sudden we think that there is something wrong, that nature needs help. Okay? Well, that wisdom that created you from that one cell is still inside you today. And it runs and regulates the 70 trillion cells that you are. Did you know that when babies breastfeed with mom, that there's receptor sites on the nipple of the mother that can pick up if the baby has an infection, and that the mom will then start to produce antibodies to fight off the infection of the child? It's incredible. Nature is so wise. And nature is constantly, all the time, working for the betterment of the spirit. So about, when was that? June? End of May? Spirit said, you have the phone on. Okay. Pick up the phone. Dad answers, hey Dad, how are you doing? And he was like, sorry. not in a good state. What's going on? Oh, you must have read the email from Mom. No, what's up? Well, she just sent an email to the family announcing that she's been diagnosed with cancer. Oh, heart drops. Right? Wow. And I got rocked from my center, from my truth. And if you're ever in a state where you get rocked, what's the first step? Reconnect. Right? Because if you're not centered, how can you go out there and try and fix anything? Right? And that's the practice right now that we are so called to do again and again and again right now on planet Earth. There are tons of distractions. CNN would love to pull you into all the drama. And it's crazy making. If you're going to get out there and try and fix it out there, you got to be centered in your source. Okay? So my reconnection was, I use a declaration, and it is from the I Am Discourses, St. Germain Press, which is, I am perfect, divine manifestation here. Okay? And so that is, if you're ever feeling unsettled within, it's a reconnect to my higher self, and I declare it loud and true. I am perfect divine manifestation here. I can feel myself reconnect. Cool. Second step. I am perfect divine manifestation there. If there's discord in the external, I am perfect manifestation there. Perfect divine manifestation there. You with me on that? Write them down. They work so well. Okay, I use them in my practice all the time. New clients come in and they've got like swirling dervishes, energies, and entities, and it's like emotional, they're emoting and all the drama. And it's like, I can feel myself get, and then it's like, whoop, and then the moment I declare it, I come back to my source. Okay? So as I declared that, I started to reconnect to my truth. Okay? And there are truths that I share over and over again in my practice with my people about the cancering process. Number one, we're all cancer. Get that. We all have cancer cells in us. Okay? Now, the difference between somebody who develops full-fledged cancer and somebody who's able to nip it in the bud is our immune system. Okay? But recognize, we all have cancer. It's a matter of chance. If you were to take a CT scan of me today or tomorrow, you might find something. We go through cancer processes all the time. Okay? Number one. Number two, cancer is not a noun. It is not spelled with a capital C. It's a process. Okay? For my family, especially my dad, it was the boogeyman. Okay? It was the thing he feared most. Okay? It was the demon that took his dad and his mom, right, and a number of his grandpas. And he's been living in fear for about 40 years that cancer was going to get him. So this was his worst fear come true. And he always thought that he would go first, not my mom, because he's been the one with poor health for years. So this was like a pretty scary situation for my old man. And I started working through, what else do I tell my clients? I reconnected with a truth that Donald Epstein, who is one of my primary teachers, says. He says, one of the key ingredients of cancer survivors is their willingness to fight for their life. Okay, if you're not willing to fight for your life, your immune system won't kick in to search and destroy. Okay? And as I shared that, I started laughing. Why? Because my mother is one of the most tenacious women I know. I mean, she is a bulldog. I was like, oh, I don't know how, Dad, but I said, she's got this. She's going to do it, okay? And so I was able to reassure him in that moment, but he was still freaked out. Next time I talked to Mom on the phone, she was in hysterics. I mean, like, just victim, full-on hysterics. I mean, you get the picture, right? And my mom can be pretty kind of up and down, kind of bipolar at times, if you want to label it that, but emotional swings for sure. And she hit some really low places initially. And I gave her so much attention, so much love. Just fed it to her. I text her 5 times a day, phone her twice a day. Okay, and when we're in tough places, we've got to resource off people, right? If you're in that situation to support, stand up, step forward, give your love, remind the person of their truth, of who they are, of their essence, of their light, of their gifts. Right? And that's what I did with Mom, day in, day out. I just told her how wonderful she was, all the great things that she'd done in my life, how much she'd supported me, how strong of a woman she is. Because I tell you what, she wasn't getting that from her doctors. What she was getting was, here's a CT scan, it's the size of Mandarin, and if you look, you can see all the satellite colonies here. Okay? And your option is chemo, and then surgery, and then chemo, or surgery, and then chemo. Those are your two options. And her first response was, well, I would like to work with a team of allied health practitioners. I have a Reiki practitioner I would like to work with, TCM doctor. I'd like to work with my son who's a chiropractor. And I'm not interested in chemo, but I'll consider surgery. And his response was, no, you won't be my client, my patient, if you work with those people. I don't know them, how can I trust them? So that was the response. She learned through the process that you don't have to tell everybody everything. Which is a good way to handle some of these situations. And I told her, I said, you know what? We can still use the system. You just don't have to buy into it. We can use the diagnostics. We can learn from it. You don't have to do everything that they're telling you. It's your body. You're in charge. Right? That took a lot of convincing to help her build the confidence. Now, every hero has an adversary. Right? Every hero has an adversary. For my mom, her doctor was a perfect adversary. I tell you, that man was such a blessing. He was. He pushed her. She got so darn right miserable, she walked into the office and said, I want to put $50 in my file, and you and me, we got a bet. I'm going to beat this thing. That's where she was happy with it. Right? So there was some dark days. There were some tough days. You know, I saw my mom in some really, absolutely horrific states. And that's what the cancering process is designed to do. Okay? From a vitalistic perspective, which vitalism recognizes that there is an inherent intelligence within our body. The cancering process is actually produced by the body as an opportunity to work through and resolve internal conflicts. Okay? So the body creates this disease process. It's a process. It creates this process in the body as a way of resolving, of working through the dissonant energy, the stuff that's been unresolved. You with me on that? Okay? This is through research from a Dr. Hemmer. It's from was the developer of an approach called German New Medicine. Germanic New Medicine, are you familiar with this? Anyone? No? Yeah, you are. Awesome. You can go home and research it. Phenomenal, phenomenal approach. Germanic New Medicine. So the story goes is that Dr. Hammer's son was tragically killed. Shortly afterwards, about a year afterwards, he developed testicular cancer. He thought it was odd, he was healthy. And so he started looking into it. He'd always been healthy and he got testicular cancer. He's like, what's going on? So he started looking into it, and he saw that there was a correlation with his other clients who had had testicular cancer. That they had all had lost a sibling, or an offspring, tragically. This man got so good, he could look at the brain scans, and he could see a little focal lesion, that he could start to identify what the internal conflict was, where the glitch was in people's psyche. He'd be able to look at a brain scan and be able to identify the patient's type of cancer and what their internal conflict was, just by looking at the brain scan. Okay? Years later, he sat before his board of medical doctors. They said, "You're not practicing medicine." Okay? He's like, "Well, I'm doing this, I'm helping people." At that point, he'd helped over 5,000 people. Most of the people who had gone to work with him had tried the more traditional approaches, hadn't been successful, and last-ditch efforts chose to work with him. Okay? The board that he sat in front of said, "Now, we need to recognize that the 5,000 people that you've worked with, some 80% of them are still alive today. But because you aren't doing it the traditional route, we need to take your license." Okay. That man has been shot at. He's currently living in exile in one of the Scandinavian countries. His life has been a living hell. Okay. And his research still stands today. And it's good for not only cancer, okay, but for many of the disease processes. Accurately pinpoints it. And I've seen it both with my mom, and I've had a couple of other clients as well that we've worked with. So my mom had some shit to work through. It was some family shit. Okay, the ovaries, we had some family stuff to work through. So we put on our let's get to work. And we started working through it, which looked like my dad stepping forward and loving her in ways that he'd never really been able to before. My brother reconnecting with me. He had talked to me about 2 years. He made me kind of the villain of his life, which was creating all sorts of trauma for Mom. She began juicing. She started meditating. She started doing SRI at home. She worked with a TCM doctor. What else did she do? Reiki. She's reading. She just did a ton of really great things. Body talk work as well. And the cancer process is much like a pimple that will kind of come to a head, and then it gets really ugly, and then it pops, and then it resolves, and then it's done. Okay? So for her, that looked like her ballooning up, okay, to like she was like 9 months pregnant. She was huge. Okay? It was not fun. It was her dark night of the soul. I walked with her hand in hand through that. I went back to see her twice. She's back in Saskatchewan. The first time was like, so. I was, showed up, knight in shining armor, I'm here. Gave her my love. All right. Second time I showed up, she got a lot worse. Like, oh, fuck. I left. I didn't know whether I was going to see my mom again. It was the hardest goodbye I've ever said in my life. And something shifted in her that time. Something shifted. She recalls her journey. And She said she could just feel herself kind of make it over the hurdle. The pimple, okay? Her attitude shifted. It wasn't like, I'm fighting cancer. It was like, I'm going to beat this thing. It started becoming, I beat it. She would tell her friends, I beat this thing. I've done it. That's how confident, how certain she was. I mean, this is a tough scene, you gotta get it. She was like this big, she wandered around. And it got so bad she actually prolapsed. Whew. Heavy stuff. In a poll, 80% of oncologists state that if they were diagnosed with cancer, they would choose not to do chemotherapy. The stats, folks, it's crazy. And I said, I'm not trying to be hard on the system, I'm just letting you know this is what's up. And we fear people. We fear people, their lives they're in the weakest state. And we fear them into drinking poison. It makes their hair fall out. It makes their bones demineralized. They get burns on the bottom of their feet. A lot of them can hardly walk afterwards. And the chance of having another cancer pop up afterwards is way more likely. Okay. So, night before the surgery, she did choose to have surgery. Okay, her swelling had come down a little bit. And the person she was working with, the German medicine practitioner she'd been working with, said, you can have the surgery, but you really need to have it only once your swelling has come down, because that will let us know that we've reached you've resolved it, that you've worked through what needs to be worked through. And she was starting to come down. The swelling was starting to come down. She was confident. I beat this thing. So I phoned her up the night before her surgery. And my message to her was, I said, you're going to know. I said, if you get some real strong indicators from the universe before going into your surgery, take that as a sign from the universe that you're not supposed to do the surgery. So she woke up the next morning and her car wouldn't start. I actually forewarned it. I said, if you hit a traffic jam on the way to the surgery, take that as a sign that you're not supposed to do the surgery. Or if your surgeon is just darn right unruly, take that as a sign. So she left and her car wouldn't start, and then they jumped in Dad's truck and took Dad's truck down. And then they got into the surgery, and the surgeon had his pre-op interview with her. And he said to her, so I just want to go through what we're going to do with the surgery today. We're going to open you up, and we're going to see there's going to be a number of different things that we're going to have to cut out, all the tumors and stuff. And then I'm going to leave a stent in there so that we can portal the chemotherapy to right where your body needs it the most. And she said, sir, I've already been through this with you before. I don't want to do the chemotherapy. You don't understand, ma'am. When I open you up, there's going to be all sorts of cancer in there. Through all my experience and my training, I know what's going to happen, and the only real way of treating this is through chemo. We need to do this. And my mom, in her most vulnerable moment, you want to get, this is like major surgery. She's going in there to have her belly cut open. She's still bloated out like this. She looks at the doctor straight in the eyes and says, you don't understand, sir. I beat this. You'll find out. When you open me up, there's no more cancer. That's how confident she got to. And she'd done her work. He left in a fluff. He didn't know what the heck to do with it. He was so distraught. So Dad met him in the hallway and tried to settle him down again. And so they go into the surgery, and they end up cutting from about 2 inches above the belly button to below the pubic, or not the pubic bone, but here. It was about 14 inches. They opened her up, and he looked high and low. And he was able to find this dried up little mass that was about this big. Okay? She had healed herself. They drained 7 liters of ascites from inside of her. You have the fluid, that's the fluid buildup that happens through the cancering process. Okay? They didn't really have an answer for her afterwards. It was like, it was a miracle. It was like, they just couldn't understand it. Right? And at first, I'll tell you, when I got the phone call from my dad was like, elated, beside himself, over the moon. And at first, it was so surreal for me having walked through that. It was a 3-month process. It was a, like, intense 3 months of my life. I'd given my all. At first, I thought it was a miracle too. That was the way I explained it. It was like, it was a miracle. It was a miracle. And then as I settled with what had happened, I see it now as actually a law of life. And it's not a miracle, this is a law of life. That when you provide people highly nutritious food, okay, you surround them with love and gratitude, laughter. That was a piece we didn't touch on, was the importance of laughter in her journey. Exercise, breath, meditation, connection with Source, is that the body does what it's designed to do, which is heal itself. It's a law of life. Now, are there limitations to that? Yeah, for sure. Was this beyond what I thought limitations were? Yeah, big time. She stretched my belief like the head much. So what are those limitations? I don't know anymore. I really don't. You know, I think most of the limitations are what we put on them, on ourselves. And just how far we're willing to trust and to stretch ourselves. I know if I was in my mom's situation, I bloomed like that, I don't know if I'd have the courage to share. I really don't. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, what a courageous woman. But what I've seen in my own life, when I'm willing to trust just a half a step further than what I'm comfortable with, often something shifts. Something opens up. But it's that moment where I don't think I can do it anymore, where I go beyond my comfort zone, where it was like, this is I can go this far. I had an infected tooth last summer. I had bit a roasted nut that was really hard and it cracked. I got busy with home renovations. I should have taken care of it and I didn't. The tooth got infected. Finally, I went down to see an amazing holistic dentist down in Victoria. This was like, that wasn't this summer, that was the summer before. It would have been 8 months before my mom got sick. And this holistic nutritionist intuitively sang me healing songs that related between me and my mother in my healing process with my tooth. You know, like, you look back and it's like, wow, how does this all work out? So that tooth was so badly infected. I remember, you know what tooth pain is like, when it's like, ah! I had one night where it was like, you know, pain scale was on a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 14. You know, through the night, it was just like, ah! Beating a pillow because it was like, ah! Actually, I woke up, had the lid, I was like, I gotta go to the hospital, I can't handle this anymore. And then, oh, let me take another half hour. Let me see if I can go another half hour. And then it started to break. You know? But what I know about those moments, that's where our ego starts to dissolve. Right? And that's what the whole thing's about. It's about shedding away. That's what it was for Mom and our family. Okay? So I challenge you, where is your comfort zone? You know, and how willing are you to trust your body and the innate intelligence that's inside you? your innate wisdom that's in you. How quickly are you to kind of knee-jerk and say, I need something? I need a pill, or I need a doctor, I need to see something, there's something wrong here. How quickly we do that. Pain comes up, oh my goodness, something's wrong. What if it's this? What if it's that? You know, it was like 2 weekends ago. There was a lot going on in my life. We're preparing to release this Minor Guru program. There was a lot of stress around it. I wasn't taking care of my health the best I could have. My internal state was like, freaking out. And I was observing myself and I went, I could go and see a shrink right now. I wish I could diagnose something right now. Like really, I mean, it was pretty intense. Some of the thoughts I was thinking, where I was at within myself. Luckily, I had a connection with a friend who ran me up Mount Benson. And we ran hard. I had some energy to burn. And I ran and worked it hard all the way up. It's a good climb. Came down, got back to the house 4 hours later, and my mind was in a completely different state. Right? You know, when you feel symptoms in your body, do you go that there's like, stop it, there's something wrong, get it away, numb it, shut up, don't talk to me that way. You know, imagine if we had a friend who we related the same way that many of us relate to our bodies. Right? Hey Barbara, I wanted to talk. Not now. Hey Barbara, I want to talk to you, I got something to say. Don't talk to me. Barbara, I really got something to say to you. I don't want to hear from you. Would you just be quiet? We would be friends. See where I'm going with that? This is our relationship with our body. Our body is talking to us all the time. It's saying, hey, I gotta go and exercise. Man, you've been stressed out. You've been sitting inside, working too hard, worrying about this new program. Your mind's a mess. You've got to go out and exercise. What am I being saying, right? Have you gone in and looked at my brain chemistry? I could have been diagnosed with something. I know that. Do you know that your brain chemistry changes when you wiggle your big toe? It does. Right? So running up Mount Benson releases great endorphins. Right? 90% of the neural activity that happens in your brain is generated through your spinal cord. Okay, figure that out. 90% of the activity in your brain is generated through your spinal cord. So what's going to happen if you're not exercising, if you're not moving your spine? Your spine's all subluxated, you haven't been to a chiropractor in 6 months. What's going on? Brain's not working so well. How are we doing for time?
So another 5 minutes and then we'll have a coffee break and then we'll have questions.
Awesome, excellent. So what do I want to touch on? So I've learned a lot about health from my parents, both good and bad, for sure. My father has been one of my most difficult clients or patients to work with. He's the most resistant to exercise. I know where I get my resistance from going across it, for sure. There was a point where he needed some help with his heart. So he went in for to get some balloons put in his heart. He had atherosclerosis. He stopped at the nurse on the way out and he said, so my son tells me that this is 80% due to my lifestyle and 20% due to my genetics. And the nurse paused and said, no, your son's got that backwards. So in that moment, my father's desire to exercise just plummeted. You with me on that? What we want to understand about genetics, there's so much to learn about around health. Our society is in a state of cultural hypnosis. And we get these little bits of information that get painted wide brush, and people take it on as a belief. And genetics is one of those. We are absolutely brainwashed in regards to genetics. Okay? Because the truth about genetics is it's not the DNA that determines how it's replicated. It's the epigenetics. Are you familiar with the epigenetics? Some of you are, some of you aren't. Okay. So follow me for a second. My arm is the DNA. Okay, this is the helix of all of these different protein, or not protein, so my goodness, I'm forgetting all my DNA talk right now. Anyway, so this is the DNA here. This is a protein sleeve that goes over top of the DNA. Okay? This is the epigenetics. The epigenetic sleeve. Now it's a protein, and proteins change very quickly. They change their configuration. And the epigenetics is determined by our environment that we're in and our experience of the environment that we're in. You with me on that? So depending on your environment and how you perceive your environment, the protein will either look like this, or like this, or like this, or like this. Okay? So yeah, there might be family patterns. There might be genetic that we could say, oh, that's because of your genetics. No, it's because you think like your mother. She taught you how to cook. You sit like her. You hang around the same people. You watch the same TV programs. You think the same thoughts. So the protein hangs out the same way. You with me on that? Okay? It's not the DNA. There is so much that we can do that can change the expression of our DNA. There was a study done on a group of type 2 diabetics. They took the group, this was an RCT, it was a very high-level study. They took the group of people, they split them into two groups. They put this group in a lecture hall that listened to a boring presentation. They put these people over here in a lecture hall that had laughter, hilarious movie. They all laughed for an hour. After that, they looked at their blood sugar levels. Type 2 diabetics looked at their blood sugar levels, and there was a statistical significant improvement to those who just did the laughing. The researchers thought, well, it must be because of they did the movement of the belly. They looked into the research a little bit further, and they realized that there must be something more to it. I don't know all the details, but they figured out that it wasn't because of the movement of the belly. Okay? There was something else there, and they couldn't get to it. So they looked and they looked and they looked, and they found the answer to it. And the answer was that the epigenetics had changed in that hour window after the laughter. That's how quickly our DNA, the expression of our DNA can change. Our DNA is highly, highly malleable. Okay? Both the epigenetics, the protein around it, but there's also research that shows that the DNA itself is changing all the time. It's repairing itself. It's evolving in this lifetime. Okay? You can take a schizophrenic who in one persona is blue-eyed, changes persona, they're brown-eyed. How does that work? Okay, I mean, people do not buy into the genetic hype. Okay? Like, if you ever catch yourself with that, shame on you. Okay? There's so much more that we can do. And see, what happens is we buy into this, it takes the power away from us. Right? And this is what I am so empowered. This is my reason for being this lifetime. Is that because I see a society where people have been taking their power away around their health. And somebody outside of them has the answer. Okay, and that answer lies in a little pill. And there's a lot of money around it. Okay? There's so much that you can do each and every day to improve your genetics and your health. Now we're going to get into that more after our break. And we're going to have time to answer some questions. Thank you for hanging with me so far. Awesome. We'll see you back.